Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Games and Things, the kings of home theater seating. They have new models on display right now in their showroom, featuring power recline, movable headrest, lumbar support for your back. Get to 10706 Kingston Pike this week, right off Lovell Road, to see for yourself. They'll be open Monday through Saturday. Games and Things. It's a terrific showroom. Check out their home theater seating. New models on display. Okay. When the Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee, there was a ripple of fear that, okay, this could impact Tennessee somehow. That maybe Middle and West Tennessee fans, football fans, would just say, it's closer. Let's see pro football instead of college football. I don't think that ever happened. Tennessee, over the last 20 years, Tennessee's attendance has dropped. But one, that's a nationwide trend. Two, they've stunk a lot of those years, and that's been the biggest impact, I think. But I was thinking about it, with Tennessee being in the AFC Championship game today, and good luck to Mike Vrabel and all you Titans fans out there. With them being in the AFC Championship game today, it kind of dawned on me, they've stunk while Tennessee has stunk. When they came into Tennessee, they went straight to the Super Bowl. They didn't win a playoff game from 2004 to 2016, kind of the whole period where Tennessee was going downhill. Do you think Tennessee benefited at all during their struggles that the Titans struggled as well? Or do you think that wouldn't have ever had an impact on Tennessee anyway?
From, I don't know what perspective you mean.
For entertainment dollars, people buying tickets.
See, that because there was a time, and I don't know if this is still true, there was a time when about 12,000 of Tennessee's football season ticket holders were from the Nashville area. And they only sell 72,000, so that's what, 1 out of 6.
Yeah.
So I think if the Titans had been better, you would have had more people from the mid-state that would have matriculated toward toward Tennessee to buy season tickets there. I think Tennessee did benefit from not losing a lot of season ticket holders to the Titans during that stretch.
I think very minimally. I think, yes, there are some of the mid-state type of fans that, if they have to decide on their dollars, maybe would go one way or the other. But I think largely you have the really passionate for the college team, and then maybe there's a secondary there. Maybe the Titans, they really like them, but man, if they have to make a decision, it's the University of Tennessee or vice versa. So I don't think there's a correlation there. I think if things are going well, a lot of them are going to find a way to get to both of those teams.
And a lot of it, to me, is still the games mostly on Saturday versus the games mostly on Sunday, too. I mean, that comes down to the decision. Plus, but what if the Titans had been really good from 04 to 16?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, then I think you are looking at where it would have had a...
Well, there you go. That's the point.
That's
what
what I was talking about. Yeah. You would have lost season ticket holders to Tennessee because they're not. It's hard to go to a Saturday night game and a Sunday afternoon game.
Well, I mean,
I think you'd have lost.
There are people in West and Middle Tennessee that makes it a 2-day deal to come over to Knoxville, whereas if the Titans are good, you might have just had a 1-day deal. We can drive to Nashville from Cordova and drive back to Cordova.
But they've been kind of painful to watch for a lot of those years. I mean, that has helped. But even this year, it's been kind of a parallel to the seasons.
But I also see where Vince is going with this, though. I think there is – I don't know a lot of people who the pro team competes with the college team. It's like you have both.
Right.
I've got my college team, then I've got my pro teams, and it's really like two different things. This is like my wife, and these are my buddies. And I'm not going to leave my wife for my buddies. So
occasionally you have to decide, but sometimes you can make them both work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the friends I have in the mid-state like both. Most of them, they like football. So and they're kind of impacted some weekends about where they decide to go.
Right.
They go where the best game is.
Well, and it's also the economy is doing well right now. You had a recession 10 years ago. That's also where, if the Titans had been going to Super Bowls and AFC Championship games, and Tennessee was down, and you've only got so much money, that might have been one where
and who are the kids? We've talked about the kids and who they are becoming fans of. Alabama and Florida, because they're winning all the time. What would the kids in this area become fans of? They'd be more likely to be fans of the Titans as a winner than they would be the Vols if they're struggling. I mean, to me, it would be.
It's been interesting to see how many Titans fans I've heard from and seen in recent weeks as compared to recent years. There's been a lot more pop up in recent weeks.
And circulating online, there has been a bandwagon jumping form that you can fill out to join the Titans fan club.
This is an aside, but I don't think it's a coincidence that the state of Tennessee has had a lot better high school football prospects once the Titans got here than they did before. I think there's been a greater emphasis on football, and I think you've seen sons of players or coaches that have been really good. And so it used to be Memphis was more of a hotbed. Now it's the Nashville area.
And former Titans becoming high school coaches too.
Yeah. I think you can also, if you want to get into a macro view of this thing, you could also point to, Nashville has become a much bigger city in size, but it's become a much bigger city in terms of national perspective since the Titans moved there. I mean, that's one of the things. You get an NFL franchise. What is this, like of the top 50 television shows this year, 43 of them were NFL games?
Right.
That is such a deal that when they got, I remember it's a silly thing, but years ago, the Weather Channel, before you had your phones, you'd go to the Weather Channel, and they would have like their national cities. Nashville was never listed. And then when they got the Titans, Nashville was suddenly up there with these national cities. It changed the perspective, and I think that made a lot of businesses want to go in. So you could argue that it helped not only focus on football, but it helped bring people in there.
Yeah.
Boost the state profile.
Yeah.
It probably helps in recruiting.
And the population's gone up.
Do they win today, or does Derrick Henry run out of juice after 3 incredible games?
Home team, but it'll be a close game.
Yeah. KC wins.
But I've got the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, so I have to have them today.
I'll go with the Chiefs just because I think it'll be put on Tannehill. I don't think Derrick Henry can do it 3 times in a row, but man, he is something.
Yeah.
He's absolutely just a hoss. All right, good luck to them, by the way. When we come back, the Vols lose out on a recruit. Actually, they lost out on him about a month ago and didn't know it. And Juwan Jennings, is he a first-round draft pick? We'll discuss both in the final word next.